to get right into this, you're going to die alone. And there's no psych. That's psych. Like, that's big psych. But you know what's big truth, though? If you believe that, that's what's going to happen. So I'm not even going to hold you on that one. There's a learning lesson out of everything. If that's what you're thinking, I don't want you to think that. I'm not even going to hold you for, like, person to person. I don't even know you. But, like, I really don't even want you thinking like that. Like, don't be out here thinking like that. We get to that point, though. Like, especially failed relationship after failed relationship, or never being in a relationship, or always being stuck in like a situationship, or only stuck in the talking stage. Everybody got their own story, you feel me? Like, everybody got their own reason why they have come to this point. Or maybe you were like in one relationship, but you was in that relationship for years, or even to the point you got married or whatever, and then like you got a divorce, and then like some time has passed, and it just gets to a point like, damn. Or you run into the same kind of people over and over again. Like, every person that's interested in you is like on the same type of time. Like, they only want one thing, you know what I mean? Or they're all super toxic, super disrespectful. Everybody has their own story on why they get to this point. That leads to the main question: who's out there for me? Who's out there for me? I don't know. I don't know. But I want to say this, like, what do you want for your life, though? Because how we approach one thing is how we approach everything else. Like, I don't know where you are in life, but let's say you graduated from high school, or you got a job, or you lost weight, or you were able to become captain of like a basketball team. There was some type of goal you had in your life and you achieved it. Like, let me know if you achieved absolutely nothing. Like, there's been something, you know what? And even things like you didn't intentionally achieve. Like, you achieved walking. Yeah, it was good. Like, you achieve proper hygiene. Like, you achieve running. We all have achieved stuff. Let's be so for real. And we can look at dating kind of like the same thing. It's kind of like the same thing. Dating, relationships, fighting, or people. It's something that, and we get so misguided by like the television. You feel me? Like, seeing the Disney movies, seeing the fairy tales. Not even just Disney, like any romantic film, it kind of seems like it's this clear cookie cutter type thing, and like that doesn't reflect reality at all. And granted, it would be nice for it to be like that. I still feel like my story is going to be like that, you know, but you know, to each their own. But you see, it's what you think. It's what you think. I have different talking points for this, but one thing is like, we got to do some self-reflection about this. Like, for you to get to a point where you actually kind of believe like this is not for me, that's not the world problem. That's a you problem. That's not a problem God like placed in your life or whatever. Like, that's, or maybe it is. Let me not even say it like that. But that is a you problem. Like, if you are at a point where you like have given up, you lost hope, no matter what age, you can be in your 20s like me, in your 30s, 40s, or you a teenager, which you got your whole life ahead of you. So like, really relax. Really relax if like a sophomore relationship didn't work out. Okay, like, really relax. You feel me? But in different stages, and I understand, especially as women, as we get older, you know, because we're on this clock. But I'm not gonna lie, if you're a lady and you don't want kids, I don't think there's as much pressure, or you don't want any more kids, because there'd be pressure on women because like the whole fertilization thing and like wanting to have kids and stuff. But like, if you don't want kids, you know, you just gotta meet somebody that also don't want kids, and then like y'all be good. That happens all the time. I don't care what gets pushed out. Like, anything you think hasn't happened has happened. You know what I mean? But you gotta ask yourself self-reflection. Like, do you believe that you can be in a relationship? Do you believe you can get married one day? And it's not even just that. Like, do you think you deserve it? Are you worthy? Do you think you're worthy? Excuse me. Do you think you're capable? Do you think you can be in that type of dynamic all over again? Like, this is a lot of self-reflection, y'all. To get to a point where you're like, I think this is not gonna happen for me. You gotta ask yourself, like, what's your self-esteem like? Do you have confidence? And the interesting thing about life, you can have confidence in one area, that doesn't mean you have confidence in another area. But the beautiful thing about that is, since you do already have confidence in something, you can just apply that same knowledge to the love game. It's true. I say the same thing about like these famous people or these celebrities. Like, they can produce amazing music or being amazing films, make amazing things, but totally suck at relationships. And I'm just like, how can they achieve all this greatness and not maintain a stable relationship? And you want to know why? It's because they haven't applied like the same mindset to it. They fully believe they can be the breakout artist. They fully believe they can get the Grammy. They fully believe they can get the role. You know, they fully believe this song is going to go crazy. Do they also fully believe like they can be in a healthy long-term relationship? It's all about belief. And I know some people might hear this and like, man, I be hearing the same old stuff. But honestly, like, what else is it? You gonna sit here and say like the world this, the world that? Yeah, the world could be full of shit. And I ain't gonna hold you. There's so much stuff that happens. To this day, there's some stuff I wish, like, I don't regret nothing like that I personally done, because there's a difference. Some people regret certain things happening to them, and some people regret certain things that they done. I don't regret nothing I've done. I don't regret nothing. I wish I could redo. Yeah, I wish I could redo. There's a difference. I wish I could redo things, but anything that has happened to me, there's no regretting it, because you know what? It's life. Yes. Can I say I wish that didn't happen? Of course. I still say that. Dang, I wish I wasn't put in a situation like that. I'm never gonna hold you. Like, that holds a lot of weight. It's not easy to say that shit, but it's true. I wish certain things haven't happened, but it's life. And that happens in dating too. Like, there's certain things, man, there's some woman, there's some man, I wish we never got pregnant. Yeah. Some people be saying that. I wish I never met you. Yeah. I wish I didn't invest all this time, all this money into you. Yeah. We wish a lot. We wish we could do a lot of shit differently. And with people, it's complicated because there's so much emotions, like very vulnerable emotions involved when it comes to dating. It's so sacred. It's so delicate almost. It's like once we do it one time, it does get to a point like, oh my gosh, can I do that again? And there's nothing wrong if you feeling like, some people just fully walk away, but I be thinking about God's plan in the first 3 chapters of the Bible, like before the governments, I say this, before the governments were created, before even religion was created. Yeah, when it was just Adam and Eve in the garden. And it's funny that God even said to Adam, you need to leave your mother and father to attend to your wife. And like, they were the first humans, so they didn't have like how we have mother and fathers. You feel me? But even though he didn't have that, he still said you gotta leave him to attend to your wife. So that whole wife, like, that, us being with somebody is in God's plan. Yes, I do believe that. However, well, I feel like that's in his plan. That is in his plan for humanity. But I think it's one of those things, like, you probably got to be one of his children as well. Because that's another thing, too. There's a whole bunch of different levels of what kind of relationship you want to be in, too. Some people you see out here, they're in relationships. That's not their soulmate. That is not. Like, somebody settled or somebody tolerated enough for the other person to deal with them. Like, it's crazy. But I think if you're like me, like if you're watching this video, you're looking for your soulmate. And that's a whole nother conversation. Like, please don't tell me you're one of those people, like, you take anybody who's willing, anybody on go. Yes, you're You're good enough because you want me. No. Like, have standards for yourself, my love. Like, I promise you, we are meant to be married to another individual. I do believe that. I do believe that. I do. It's, I feel like it's in our design. One of the first instructions God said was be fruitful and multiply. And that doesn't just mean like have babies for anybody. Like there's a whole system, like, get married, have babies. There's a whole system to that. And I think that's what's meant to happen. When though, I can't tell you. Some people find a person at 18, some people find it at 25, some people find it at 30s. Like, everybody find a person when they find him, or they find it later in life. Because it's true, like, some people, like, they in their late 30s and, like, they already tried it with somebody and it completely fell apart. Or some people 40s, 50s is like, well, it's too late to even have kids with this person. But regardless, though, like, what's meant to be is meant to be. And I think some things, because I could sit here and say some things don't last because y'all didn't do it the right way. You feel me? But then there's some, y'all know there's relationships out here that have last and are lasting, and they're gonna be together to the end of time, even though they didn't do things according to the Bible or they didn't do things the right way, But like I said, some of those people are not with their person, so it's just like, okay. However, I think there's someone out there for you. Like, for real. Like, even if you don't have kids with them, everybody deserves to have love. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Everybody deserves to be loved. Like, y'all see the outcomes of people that have nothing but hate in their life. Nobody loved them. Like, they don't care about the world. Not all of them, but like, that's what ends up happening. There is somebody out there for you. But you gotta detach from that outcome as well. Like, you constantly, y'all heard, like, having desperate energy. I wouldn't recommend that for anybody. Like, don't be walking around here so pressed, like you stressed out because you can't find somebody. No. Don't do that about finding a partner, and don't do that about your goals neither. Like, you being so stressed out, so pressed, you gotta let things flow, bruh. Like, things will fall into place when they fall into place. Secret formula: trust, faith, confidence. It just applies to everything. It truly does. So detach, like, don't be so concerned. Oh, I need this to happen at this time. Da da da. Me personally, and I said this since I was 18. Like, I really don't see myself struggling to find, like, no, because some ladies, like, be in a situation like, oh, they're in their early 30s, they haven't found anybody, the time is clicking, so like they start settling. I genuinely never believed I would be in that situation. And mind you, I'm 22, single, like, no roster. You feel me? And I still feel that way. But that's my mindset, Catch me 10 years and we see my situation. So I can show y'all I'm right. You feel me? I can show y'all. That's just what I believe. But even though I believe that, I trust is whatever God wants. It's in God's favor. So I don't want you to sit here and be like, oh, so you telling me God wants me to be here single and alone, like crying every night, like wishing I could cuddle somebody. Nah. But there's something within that position you're in right now. There's a lesson you need to learn. And I need you to learn that. I need you to learn that. Maybe not being in a relationship right now is saving your life. I'm not even going to hold you. Y'all don't even understand, man. Like, the tragedies that happens by just messing with one individual. Yeah, it's okay to be single right now. Trust. But I'm not saying like be super scared of everybody neither. No, but there's pros in both situations. That's all I'm trying to say. And I don't want you to lose hope. But I don't want you to be so attached to the outcome. Like, because when you become so attached, when it's not happening how you think it needs to happen, you start losing hope. You start freaking out. Like, I want you to chill. Like, your person will come. That's the most beautiful way for it to happen as well. It just happens so randomly, like you wasn't even looking. I mean, you're looking like consciously, just like, yeah, you want to be a wife, you want to be a husband, yeah, like consciously, that's on your mind, but it's like not nothing like you stress out about. Like you just so confident it's gonna happen. But like I said, all of this is a self reflection thing. Cause if you feel like you got a point, it's never gonna happen for you. Then I don't know what to say. I could do a part two, or maybe this video might be OD long. Because then there's some people who like, I don't know. I can only think like, let's say I'm 20 years old. I'm not 20, but let's say I'm 20 years old, and I want things to unravel a certain way. I can speak more for women because than for men, because men can make it to 45 and be like, okay, I want a wife and kids now. And they can easily make it happen, but like women, we can't make it to 45 and just make a decision like that unless we have to freeze the hell. Like I don't even if we freeze our eggs, I don't even think that's safe because I don't like women start having menopause at like mid late 40s 50s, you feel me? So like it's not even biologically, I don't want to say we're fucked, but it's just like biologically just like not enough. We don't have the same luxury to do that. But it is what it is. But that's out of our control, right? It is. So you can sit here and kick and cry about it, or it's just like, if that's what it is, that's fine. That has nothing to do with me. It really doesn't, because if you're looking at it in a negative way, oh my gosh, like I have to do it. I have to like get pregnant quickly. Da, da, da. I have to like this has to happen soon. If it doesn't happen, it's never gonna happen. Da, da, da. If you freaking out like that, maybe really it's not gonna happen. If you like sit back and chill, let God work His magic, like you're gonna be fine. Like yeah, why are we not understanding this? But I can understand you 20s and then like you having that whole white picket fence dream, and then you get to like mid 30s and like the time is ticking, like now you feeling like you gotta settle. Then it gets to a point like, dang, like maybe you can't have that dream no more. Now this is real talk. Like this is motivational mindset speak, but this is real. Like this really happens. This like that's some women's like biggest fear. Like, oh my gosh. Like men, and I'm not saying y'all can't get to a point in life like y'all not feeling the same. The same thing can happen. Like for years and years, you've been trying to find the right partner, and then like you keep on running into girls that are just trying to use you, or like they don't really love you for real. Things like that. Like this can happen to anybody, and it sounds so devastating. So that's why it's so important, like to have the right mindset about it. But let's say you are in a point, because yes, like we end up in situations, there's no reversing what has been done. There's none. And I know that sounds like that really sucks, or like you feel like you already wasted your time, or you already made so many mistakes, like or so many things has happened to you, like there's really no point. But you just gotta adapt and work around it. Like you can still have what's yours. Yeah, sometimes you have to change your dream a little bit. But that doesn't mean you can't have a happy life. That doesn't mean you can't have a life full of love. Who knows? Like, for example, I kind of want like 5 kids, or 3, or 1. One of those numbers. You know what? Let me be more exact. Let's say I want 6 kids. But for some reason in my lifetime, I'm only able to have 2. Maybe God knew, you know what, Bizarre, like, you could only handle 2 for real. You was not gonna be able to handle 4 more kids. You probably would have fucked up their life. It's true. Like we be thinking we know what's best for us. The big man does. Maybe that dream. Damn, this is deep as fuck. Oh my god. Wait, y'all, this... Am I even qualified? This is iced tea. Don't get the wrong idea. Am I even... Yo, this is... I still say what I say. I feel like our original design, like God has intended for all of us to get married and have children. But if it gets too past that point, you can recalibrate. But regardless of the situation, Children aside, you can still find somebody that's out you. There's no time to that unless you're dead. If you die, you die. However, there's no matter if you're in your 20s or you're in your 60s, you can find a person at the like a romantic partner at the very least. You see, I should have did a whole separate video on children. I'm sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. But this is real talk. It's real. Like, it gets devastating. It does. But it's all about your mindset. And sometimes, yeah, you have to adapt to the situation. And I know some people might be hearing this like, damn, that sucks. But that's life. And it's okay. It is okay. I'll tell you, it is okay. Yes. And we be in situations it's irreversible. Like, you can't undo your kid once you have it. Like, you always got pregnant by the wrong person. Oh well, you feel me? Or like anything else, or like all the time or money you can't unspend. Like, there's no receipt that you can unspend all the money you spent on that person, or all the time you can't take back the time. You can't. But it's alright. You're not alone though. Like, so many people, you are not alone. But it's just a part of the process. Some people get the shorter end of the stick than others. But we all get what we get. And we all get what we need too. Find a lesson out of it, bruh. But do not lose hope. There is someone out there for you. You just have to do some self-reflection. Because like I said, if you're at a point where you feel like you don't think so, what does that say about you? Do you feel like you're deserving? Do you feel like you deserve love? Are you loving? And do you know what it's like to be loved? Start doing, I'll probably do a separate video on that. Like, you know, the whole Valentine's thing. I like to be a little bit festive. So I can talk more about like self-love and everything. But thank you for tapping in on this video. This video kind of got like, it got a little bit too intense for me. Like, whoa there, buddy. You can tell how long it is. Like, okay. Anyways, catch y'all next time. Tap into the Patreon. Let me know in the comments, like, if you've been through something tragic, or you feel like there's no hope for you, or you still type hopeful. Love y'all.